Hey there. Today we are talking about messengers, specifically spirit animals. Do you have one? Do you know? Are you receiving messages without even knowing it? I have several spirit animals, and there are some that just show up from time to time, and there are others that have been following me my whole life. So you're going to want to stick around for this. This is Tammy Coyne, your holistic alchemist, helping you change pain into possibilities and possibilities into purpose. If you have not met me before, I have a history of severe trauma, abuse, and loss. I've also gone through a profound spiritual awakening in 2014, which changed my life, and all of which helped me get to where I am today as a holistic practitioner. I am a transformational spiritual coach. I'm a yoga teacher, hypnotherapist, yoga nidra facilitator, and so much more. So today, I want to talk to you a little bit about spirit animals. So also, I want to invite you to subscribe to the channel, like the video. That helps a lot. I upload content twice a week, usually Tuesdays and Thursdays, around the holistic journey, mind, body, spirit. And on Saturdays, I do the Holistic Pathway podcast, where I have conversations. Right now, it's typically with other holistic practitioners around mind, body, spirit, and the entrepreneurial journey. This is a way for you to sort of listen in on unscripted conversations, and you may just find some nuggets there that will help you on your journey, or find that you may be interested in going on a deeper dive and working with either one of my guests or with me in the future. So look forward to seeing you there. So today, let's talk a little bit about spirit animals and what do they mean? How do you know if you have one? What what are the clues? What are the signs? Well, one of the things is bringing to your awareness what you're noticing. And how you do that is you begin to notice if something is appearing for you to notice. Now, if you're in an area where there are a lot of domestic dogs and domestic cats, chances are this is not your spirit animal. What I'm talking about are when something really grabs your attention, almost like it comes off of the landscape and says, hello, look at me. Hello, I'm here to catch your attention. Now, you might all of a sudden see a red cardinal, as an example. Maybe you're somewhere that it would seem strange to see like a rabbit appear. Or maybe you're somewhere and you start to notice someone talking about a particular animal, and all of a sudden you see it on a sign, and you may see it in a book. Like, they show up in all kinds of ways. Some ways to connect to your spirit animal can be through guided meditations. It can be through shamanic journeys. It can be through your own intuitive knowing. On my particular path, from the time I was a small child, butterflies have been thematic in my life. Now, butterflies actually mean transformation. And so when I go back through my life and I started to see how they would show up to me, they would land on me, they would show up in things I was reading, they would show up on signs or whatever. They would just show up everywhere. This went on, and they still follow me around and show up like that. Now, the wolf is another one that began appearing to me. Gosh, I was probably, I would say that was late 80s, early 90s, maybe, when the wolf started making its presence known to me. Now, I didn't actually see one in the physical world, but they started appearing to me in other ways. Most recently, the eagle has begun to show up for me. So I tried to figure out what would be a great way to do a video for you today about spirit animals. So what I opted to do is what I used to do in my Facebook lives a lot, is I asked for spiritual guidance as to what direction I wanted to go for the animal. So I took it to I was guided to one of my card decks, which is called the Shaman Wisdom cards, if you can see that. This is deck has been used a lot. And I did a shuffle to see what card would come up for the video. And it was Coyote. So let's talk about the coyote and let's see what we can find out. So in reading from the little book, there aren't glasses. Reading from the little book that comes with it, just to tell you a little bit, coyotes in general, when they cross your path, are often seen as tricksters. There is trickster energy, and this can mean quite a few different things. So if coyote shows up in your path, these are things to pay attention to. So let's check out the book, see what it has to say, and then we'll talk a little bit more about that. So coyote, I am coyote. I am trickster. Watch out, I will trick you. I'll concentrate my digging in one place to throw you off the track of my real destination. As soon as you've taken the bait, I'll go after the real prize. I am joy, laughter, and humor. Lighten up. My vision sees down long, dark tunnels, and my keen sense of smell knows what it's after, even in the tall, sweet grass of the plains. I double check all the signals. Do you? I am the teacher and the teaching. I am dogging you to watch out. Are you saying, what a fool I've been? Perhaps you need to lighten up and laugh at the situation, howl at the moon. Is your life a little tricky now? Have you found yourself in a mess? Are you going to get out? It is time for you to examine all the evidence, see things from a different perspective. Quit blaming others, fate and bad luck, or Mercury retrograde. That seems to be, people take that and run with it. Anyway, take responsibility for your actions. You stumbled all by yourself. Now laugh and learn the lesson, or I will dog you until you do. So what that's saying really from Coyote's message for you today, and again, this is a general video, so it is in general, but it is for you to take this information and see how it fits in your life. Do you have a trickster in your life? This could be a person, could be a situation. Maybe it's the thing of saying to you, hey, let's have some fun. Let's don't take life so seriously. How can I bring fun back into my life? And it's also about taking responsibility for you, taking responsibility for your own triggers, taking responsibility for your own healing. That's a tall order, and it's important for you to get to the other side. So what's also interesting is when I was asking for guidance and pulling cards for this, in that it also mentioned sweetgrass. Sweetgrass was also a card I pulled, and I also pulled the north. Now, I'm not talking about sweetgrass or the north today because I was specifically talking about spirit animals. So again, if coyote is what we're talking about today, or coyote, depending upon where you are in the country, what you would want to do now is start to let Coyote be a teacher for you. Now, begin to notice if Coyote is showing up in your world. You heard me say it. Does it pop up somewhere else? Are you seeing it in your stream? Your feed on Facebook. Are you hearing it on the radio? Are you seeing it on TV? Are you seeing one in person? Are you, did all of a sudden a cartoon, the old cartoons, did they pop up? Start to notice if Coyote is showing up in your life. And if it's not, that's fine. Coyote may not be your spirit animal, but what it may be is a teacher for you. So what I do is I know what my spirit animals are. We mentioned those earlier. Last night, a new one showed up for me, which is Jaguar. It has shown up for me a few times, but it's not one that regularly is with me. So what I do with the animals when they are not one of my actual spirit animals is I use their wisdom and their teaching to help me grow. So sometimes they attempt to get my attention and I will start to see or hear about them everywhere. And then I may go out and say, okay, what is the message of this particular animal? What do they need me to know? What is the deeper meaning of what they are showing me today? So check your life and let me know how Coyote is showing up. Is it your spirit animal or is it there to give you a message today? Do you have a tricky situation going on? Do you have a trickster in your world? Is it a person? Is it a situation that is trying to get your attention and you're going down the wrong rabbit holes, so to speak? Is it there to say, hey, it's time to lighten up. It's time to bring some joy in your life. And how can you start embracing the silliness of life while also taking responsibility for your own healing? So, what do you think? I don't typically do this kind of video. I used to do live streams like this a lot. This is some work that I do with some clients, depending upon what they need. So let me know, how does it feel to learn about spirit animals? Do you have one? What is following you around? Have you noticed something that keeps showing up to get your attention and you're wondering what's going on? What is the message? Because it's one thing to become aware, it's quite another to understand the messages and being able to interpret them. That is part of what my gifts are. So thank you so much for watching. I do hope to see you soon in another video. This is Tammy Coyne, your holistic alchemist, recommending you check out what's happening in your world, become aware, start to notice. Do you have a spirit animal? Do you have animals that are teachers bringing a message to you? What's happening? Let me know. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.